Hello, this is Frank, and you're watching Frank's Home Remodeling Journey. So today we're going to talk about how to install, or my installation, of a home fire sprinkler system. Now, home fire sprinkler system is important because, number one, it's required by code for all new houses in the state of California after 2013, but also it it really helps your survivability. Studies have shown by the National Fire Prevention Association, NFPA, that your chances of surviving a fire with a home fire sprinkler system are 90% and are increased by 90%, and that's because you're not waiting 5 minutes for the fire department to come here. The fire is addressed immediately. So I thought if I was going to take the time to remodel my house, I would put this in for peace of mind. Plus, it really brings the house up to modern standards. At any rate, this fire sprinkler system is supplied by the main supply of your water system. It's a domestic water system, so that's what makes it relatively inexpensive. It's not a separate system like you have in buildings. Important to note is that you cannot have a shutoff valve between the water main and the fire header. So the fire main comes up before I have my water shut off inside the house and before I have my regulator. This is a flow sensor, and it will set off this here alarm if it detects flow, meaning one of the sprinklers went off. And this is the pressure gauge. It looks like we're reading about 107 pounds or something like that. That's pretty much what I expected. At any rate, it comes over here and it branches up and goes up into the upper floor and then tees off and goes over here to the lower floor. Can't see some of the sprinklers, but the sprinklers are kind of nice. These happen to be what are called recessed sprinklers, and once you get the sheetrock on, it comes with a little Eustachian that recesses it nicely, and it's pretty unobtrusive. However, the latest, and I'll show you in a minute, the latest are these sprinklers over here, which are concealed. And basically what this means is that once the sheetrock is up, you put a little cap over it and you cannot see it. It blends right in with the ceiling. And when you have a fire, the cap blows off and it extinguishes, but as far as aesthetics go, it looks pretty good. Now, City of Chula Vista has me required that I put sprinklers underneath my porch or my patio cover. These particular ones are called horizontal sidewall sprinklers. And horizontal sidewall sprinklers mean that they spray out instead of around. And this allows you to mount the sprinklers and the associated pipe right up against the wall, so you don't have to route it all over the place. And especially because this is exposed, I wanted to hide it, or at least make it, and this will be painted later, but at least make it so you wouldn't notice it so much. At the end of this, I have what you call a fire department test fitting. Basically, it's a little valve, and it goes to a pipe which connects to the farthest sprinkler all the way up in my loft, all the way up there. And when you turn it on, it should activate the fire alarm. And we're going to test that because when I was a little kid, I always thought of, these kids that pull pranks at school. I always kind of wondered about that. I never did it, but now I have my house, I can prank myself. So here goes. The following is a test of the house fire alarm. Disregard. Whoa, that's pretty nasty. Let's see if it's going. so awesome. Test of the fire alarm complete. Regard all further alarms.